So ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo here, and I'm just want to say welcome to the platform. You understand? Please hit that like button coming to the door. Follow me on all the platforms you see on the screen right there. I don't need to repeat them. Now in this one, ladies and gentlemen, Mystic Sensation brought some serious argument and conversation around the Prime Minister's wife and her appointment as Speaker of the House and how it affects the actual governing of the country. You understand? And the clear repercussions in terms of actual events that occurred while she was in as Speaker of the House in the previous term of the Jamaica Labour Party. And I thought, with all the evidence that he brought forth, some of which I personally never was privy to in terms of the articles and stuff like that, one has to really take a deep dive into the facts about the whole situation, and in my personal opinion, we really have to take a deeper look at Juliet Holness. We cannot overstate or understate her actual role in this power dynamic of the Jamaica Labour Party between her and her husband. It seems like they really have this country in a chokehold. He controls the government and she controls the House of Parliament. I mean, come on, man. Are we serious right now? But shout out to Mystic Sensation. Make sure that you guys go over there and subscribe and check out all the amazing content that they have been blessing us with in terms of research. And I'm really looking at this particular portion of their live stream, but I really encourage you guys to go over there and watch the entire live stream. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and click all. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to strap up, hold on, listen attentively for the next 19 or 18 minutes, and at the end I want to hear your assessment of the situation. Let's go.
Let us move on to the hypocrite in the political business where Andrew Holness is concerned, to show you how hypocritical he is. Now, I am going to play a clip and let us all listen to him in terms of after election won, right, as according to him, because we know that he had stolen the general election. And he's now trying to shape the country to move forward, right? And aim the country as it relates to good governance. Listen to the Prime Minister. My Jamaican people, listen to the Prime Minister and the hypocritical person, the narcissist. You understand that Andrew Holness is? Real narcissist. Listen to it.
We must reunite and refocus on the business of the nation. The time has come where we must get over the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, put aside haughtiness and bitterness, unfold our arms, unclench our fists, retract accusatory fingers, and embrace each other. Regardless of the outcome, we must choose Jamaica. I recommit to leading an inclusive and consultative government. I extend my hand to the leader of the opposition to create a space for the national interest. Mark, let us partner together to complete the work we started on making Jamaica a republic. I look forward to continuing the work with all stakeholders, the National Partnership Council, the church, unions, youth, the business community, and civil society generally. Let us all work hand in hand to build the progressive and prosperous Jamaica we all want. The elections are over. We must reunite.
My Jamaica, let us look at this. Mark, let me quote. Mark, let us partner together so that we can achieve a constitutional reform. Mark, let us work together. I am willing to have a consultative government. And so then we need to work together to bring forth a prosperous nation. We all heard that. Look what the Prime Minister had done. Now, look what the Prime Minister had done, my Jamaican people. The very same thing that the Prime Minister know that Mark Golding is against, right? And well-thinking Jamaicans against. And I mean, we are against corruption, and which he knows, but because he's the author of corruption, right? Spoke peace out of one side of his mouth. But look what the Prime Minister claimed and done. Look at this, people.
In accordance with Standing Order Number 2, I now call upon the members of this House to elect from among you, not being a minister or parliamentary secretary, to be Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Madam Clerk, I beg to nominate the member-elect for East Rural St. Andrew to be Speaker of this House.
Madam Clerk, I beg to second the nomination.
The member-elect for East Rural St. Andrew has been nominated and seconded. Are there any other nominations?
Take that mess away. My Jamaican people, Andrew Holness' first business of the day is to double down in corruption. First business of the day, to double down in corruption, to rub Mark Golding's nose into his mess, to rub every Jamaican's nose into his mess. Because, believe you me, even you have JP members who know that that is not right. You have some JP members who are critical thinkers, know very well that that is not right. Why it is not right, people? You can't have the Prime Minister who is currently under investigation and his wife sits on the Speaker's chair. Not only that his wife sits on the Speaker's chair, the wife also sits on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. When Andrew Holness looked in the mirror, if he wasn't a narcissist and he was a just man, he would have never considered to do it. But to tell you that he's a narcissist, he's a very thin-skinned person, very arrogant, and he's a child with a box of matches striking against dangerous chemicals. The Prime Minister knew very well that this, going down there to put his wife on the Speaker's chair, will be strongly opposed by the opposition and, of course, critical thinkers and several Jamaicans. But what the Prime Minister is saying, that me run things and nobody now tell me what to do. I am putting people there who I am guaranteed that they will protect my corruption. That's what the Prime Minister said. That is what the Prime Minister did right here. I will put people in respective places to protect my corruption. Let me show you, right, why it was serious for the Prime Minister not to go. Let us show Jamaica why it was serious that the Prime Minister should never ever have gone there. The Prime Minister is a laughing stock when it comes to him talking about unity. This is the reason why. This is the reason why that Juliet Holness should not sit in the Speaker chair. Here it is. Let us read, people. Speaker urged to come clean in IC report rigmarole. Want to hear that, people? This is November 14, 2023 now. Now look. Farmer National Integrity Action Head Professor Trevor Monroe wants House Speaker Juliet Holness to tell the country today the mischief she was seeking to correct by suspending the tabling of at least 2 reports from the Integrity Commission upon submission. Despite guidance, people, despite guidance from the Attorney General that the long-held practice was not inconsistent with the law or parliamentary rules. But Juliet Holness decided to break them. Even although she was warned not to, she still decided to break them to protect her husband. Now look, at the same time, Jamaica Accountability Meta Portal Executive Director Janet Calder is urging the Speaker to share the specific jurisdiction she consulted to get advice that seemingly helped to inform her ruling last week. Calder is asking Holness to name one other jurisdiction where members of parliament have to wait on a subcommittee and their findings to then have access to a report that comes to parliament. So let me just explain this to the people. As it relates to those type of reports, special reports, right? The Integrity Commission investigators cannot speak on the matter unless those reports has been tabled. When it is tabled, it can be spoken on. Now, in this instance, Juliet Holness, because the matter involved members of his party, criminal activities, you know where she want to send the report? She want to now stop the report, right? And lift it above parliament, and it need to go to the oversight committee where she sits on. Honestly, the corruption people. So that now she can have it now, right? But she and others, right, hold up the report, delay the report, and keep the report, and nobody, you understand, don't understand what is happening with the report. Wanna see the corruption people? Wanna see the corruption people? Calder is asking Holness to name one other jurisdiction where members of parliament have to wait on a subcommittee. That is what Calder now is asking her now. And their findings to then have access to a report that comes to parliament. She can eat her cake and have it because the subcommittee. It can be sent to them, right, the same day that it is tabled. There doesn't have to be any delay between parliament receiving it and tabling and the oversight committee getting it. She contended where she Juliet Holness, right, Wilmington, and a bunch of them who against the Integrity Commission investigators sits on the oversight committee. So they now want the report now, you understand, to go to them. And then now sit down on the report, and Jamaican people don't know what I want. Want to understand the report, you know. They understand the wickedness of Juliet Holness as it relates to this action where Andrew Holness now put her back, right, as Speaker of the House, because Andrew Holness want her to carry on the same nasty behavior. So me assure you, people, the Speaker told members of the lower house last week that special reports and annual reports from the IC, when submitted to Parliament, now would be sent to the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee for consideration, where she sit on. So then her husband case, right, her criminal friend and case must go to her, right, who sits on the Oversight Committee, where they can consider whether or not the report must be cleared. You understand? For Jamaican people to understand. See the level of criminality, people. See the level of corruption, people. Watch this now. Let me read it over again. The Speaker told members of the lower house last week that the special reports and annual reports from the IC, when submitted to Parliament, would be sent to the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee for consideration and report, right? A clear departure from previous arrangement. Because what was the previous arrangement? That when the report sent to Parliament, then it needs to be read out so that Jamaican can be cognizant of what transpired. She now want to bypass that. You understand? After the report read out in the Parliament, it must also now go to the Oversight Committee where she sits, and she and her, so hold on, even she too, let me talk to you people. Remember, she under investigation too, Jamaica people, wake up. Remember that Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness fight together, They fight together, So what affects Andrew Holness automatically affects Juliet Holness, And I ask her that, Me they tell her that. What affects Andrew Holness automatically affects Juliet Holness. So then you are going to tell me now, Jamaica, that Juliet Holness, right, who both sits, right, as a speaker on the speaker's chair, right, to create delay with the report, and also not only that she sits on the speaker's chair, she also sits in the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. So Andrew Holness place persons in respective areas, you understand, to cover up in corruption and protect the mandate. So this is what we are saying. You understand? That you go down here, Andrew Holness, you should have not have gone down here. No, she also indicated that reports from the Director of Investigation submitted under Section 54, subsection 4 of the Integrity Commission Act would be tabled as soon as possible and then referred to the oversight committee. You hear that, people? You hear that, people? Further, she said that a report made on the request of Parliament under Section 36, subsection 1 of the said act would be tabled as soon as possible and then referred to the committee. Not go swine up, people. Nothing like this, no go like that, you know, as it relates to parliamentary rules and guidelines, you know. And that is one of the reasons why she was pressured for this. Right? And where they all told her that she was wrong. But the thing she never knows that she wrong. She knew all along that she wrong. It's just the new tactics she's utilizing, because I want to know in terms of common sense. Can the criminals investigate it themselves? And this is what now she's setting up. Take it away on it. Can the criminal investigate it themselves? Talk to the Jamaican people. Can the criminals investigate it themselves? Let me bring in Spinks, Sister Spinks, to talk on this. Come in, Sister Spinks.
Yeah, thank you again, Uncle Byron. I tell you, say, man, I tell you, say, we need more than popcorn, we need cheese sticks and banana chips and potato chips for this one. Trust me. And lots of soda. Now, let me go back to Claudia Thompson. As the advisor, try and do what the other fellow do in the other country there. Because, trust me, you don't want to go to prison. A corrupt DPP can go to prison time. Claudette, you have children, and I'm sure you have grandchildren. If you don't have them yet, you're supposed to expect some. And think of your children's future when you're doing anything like this. When it comes to doing your job, think and take it seriously. No, the 15% that is missing, it must be the debit card and the taxi driver who carried the old lady around, because that seems like a 15% missing. That's information that you need. But, sometimes the 50% is not really needed for the case to be carried through to court. Exactly. No, someone else, as far as I'm concerned, wrote the speech of Andrew when he was doing his Eroding program. Circus the other day. No, because I would like to ask Andrew, when he's talking about our honest, clean heart, clean hands, Mark Golden, man of integrity, to partner with who? A criminal? A criminal? Exactly. We don't want our community to mix up with you over there. Remember when your wife in COVID said people must con the COVID victims them? I tell you, so we don't want our common leader to be contaminated with your corruption over there. So we don't mix up with the corruption over here. You understand? Because we don't want to be contaminated. Exactly. We stay over there in the corruption, we will stay over here with clean self. It's like when Christians got baptized, then leave all them sins away. All the baptized live right at him over on our side, like Dennis Meadows and so forth. We welcome them. They are baptized, they leave all their sins over there. And they come over here and they're having nice conferences and they're having nice conversations with nice honest people over here. Don't stay over there across the river. Thank you very much. No, when he's asking Mark Golden to partner with turning Jamaica into a republic, right? He forgot to mention that him, Andrew Holness, the temporary Prime Minister of Jamaica, needs to step away from the Privy Council of England, of the monarch. He needs to step away, give up his membership of the Privy Council, because he swore allegiance to the monarch, not Mark Golden. No, he's talking about elections are over. The elections are over when we PNP say elections are over and all the seats are settled. And as I said before, many by-elections are coming up and we expect them to be done, because some were supposed to be done before the general election and you did not do them, Andrew Holness. No. When it comes to Juliet sitting back in the speaker's chair, the conflict of interest, this is the entire diagram. We can see the plan. There's no secret what her intentions are. And to know that she will be sitting there using her side-searching foot to block every IC report and every report coming through to the House of Parliament. Juliet, you're 28 strong this time, we're not 14.
Exactly.
Juliet and Andrew, you are just there temporarily. You are acting members of Parliament for the constituency that you're at now. Let me tell you this and say it again. You are the acting member of Parliament until the seat is turned over, because you know what's coming. That is why I'm happy the IT started at the top of the corruption chain. They started talking to a member inside the JLP member inside the party over there. They started with at the top. The top person of the group is Andrew. The first person who was service report was Andrew. And we need to deal with him on his face. And the Republican situation will turn things around. Because if you want to keep Andrew as leader of the party, you're going to have to try to find him a safe seat. And right now in Jamaica, is there any such thing as a safe seat for the JLP?
Not one.
Not one. Not one, because again, I will say this. This election, September 3rd, was between good and evil. It's just because there are more dishonest people in Jamaica that voted under 40% of the voters list turn up and cast their vote. It's just because the dishonest Jamaicans turn up more than the honest ones. It has nothing been about winning or losing an election. So the elections results are not settled until Paul Buchanan and Andrew Holness seat is settled. Then we can breathe a little easier, and we still have the IT report of the Jamaica Labour Party members of Parliament to be dealt with coming up soon. So elections are not over yet.
No, by-elections, man.
By-elections, we settle some seats.
All right. By-elections.
Yeah, man. So we look forward for the by-elections. The elections never over, but the by-elections not over. And the reruns too.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sister Spinks. Right, and so true in terms of what Sister Spinks is saying, because of the potential dark cloud hanging over many of the JLP members of Parliament head. Trust me, right? Some by-elections, right, are imminent. Let me say that.
Listen, man, come on now. What do you guys think? Y'all gotta let me know. I think this was an excellent presentation in terms of the facts and evidence versus the argument, or align and being in sync with the argument that Missing Sensation was saying. This is a very clear and cogent argument right here, you know? In my opinion, you know? The hypocrisy of Andrew Holness, and, you know, just telling us, oh, you know, we want unity versus putting back your wife as the Speaker of the House. Like, you don't want unity. You're looking for somebody to kneel down at your feet and grovel. The man is narcissistic. The man is he's pathologically mendacious. You understand? I mean, he does not know how to be a team player. Like, literally. And this is why there's so much issues in the Jamaica Labour Party. And, you know, hey, James Robinson said, man, the man's self-centered, man. You know what I'm saying? That man is selfish. You feel me? So he doesn't know how to. That's why he said, listen, I don't need no opposition. Well, 28 seats says you do. Okay? People, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Remember to hit that like button before you exit. And also follow me on all my platforms. It's right there on the screen. I want to know what you think. And let's get this video to 5,000 likes. Please, hit that like button. It's free. I'm just saying, it is free. See you on the next one, man. It's your brother, and I'm out. Peace.